Good morning. Monday found us again. Beginning of another work week, huh? Let's wake up and greet our work week with enthusiasm, hopefully. Let's add a little movement to really work up the energy, that pranic, upward, uplifting energy, get us going for the day. Couple blocks might be helpful, not absolutely necessary, but I always like to have some props close by, just in case. Meet me back on the mat. We'll start out on our backs. And you decide what you're going to do with your legs. You can keep your feet flat. In fact, experiment here a little bit. You can bring the legs out long, then maybe bend the knees, but walk the feet wide and let the knees come together. And if that doesn't feel good, maybe just knees hip distance apart. Just play a little with the legs. Bring some awareness into what the lower half of the body is feeling like. And then settle in. We'll settle in briefly just to take an assessment of the entire body. So we kind of felt the legs. Now notice the torso, the belly, the ribs. Notice the breath as it comes and goes. Notice the movement that comes along with that breath that goes on all the time. We don't have to think about it, although it's one of those things that we do have control over. If we want to manipulate the breath, we can, but if we decide to stop focusing on the breath, it keeps going. It better, huh? Then roll your head around here a little bit. Notice the neck and the shoulders. Maybe tuck the shoulder blades a little. Notice the muscles of the face. Maybe scrunch them all up like you just bit into a sour lemon. Squeeze them all, even clench the teeth. Now let it go. I'll leave your legs in whatever shape they're in, and I want you to reach up with the hands. Squeeze and release the fists. Roll through the wrists. And then bring the hands together. We're going to flip the palms and swing the arms. Bring the pinky edges of your hands to the floor and then reach forward with the hands, just forward and back. Maybe stretch if those legs want to reach out long. Let that happen. Nice yawn. That was a genuine yawn. I didn't have to fake that one. Inhale, reach long. Reach through the toes. And exhale the arms down. Now keep the arms above you. I'm going to cross. First, I'm going to walk on my heels. So I'm going to walk on my heels to the right. I'm going to bring my upper body to the right. Now I look like a banana. Lift your left leg and place the ankle over the right ankle. You can take your left wrist in your right hand. A little stretch in the side body. Nice deep breath. It's a banana shape. Now go back to the center and walk the heels to the left. Cross the right ankle over the left. Grab the right wrist and big curve here in the rib cage. And then back to center. Now keep your right leg on the mat and bend your left knee. Draw it in, do some circling through the hip. And go the other way. Now take your hands behind the thigh. You can lace the fingers if you like and just start straightening the leg and bending the knee. Get a feel for the hamstrings, maybe even the calf muscles. Kind of wake things up. And then reach up there and sustain that extension of the leg. And maybe you walk your hands a little further down the calf, maybe not. Maybe you can even reach the toes, maybe not. Just see where you're at this morning. Using the back of the leg. Nothing forced, but a pretty good nudge into those muscles to wake up and stretch. Let's go the other side. Right leg up and the knees circle through the hip. And then let's check this leg. And notice, is one side tighter than the other? My right leg's quite a bit tighter this morning. Don't know why. Then come to stillness and see if you can ease into that stretch a little deeper. Waking up the back of the leg. Now bring both knees into the chest. Do some circling through the femurs, those big old thigh bones. And maybe reach out for your big toes or shins, and just a nice, gentle, happy baby this morning. Maybe we'll end with one that's a little deeper after we're a little warmer. But you can move around here. Just finding sensation. Where's your body at this morning? And then another good morning stretch. Reach long. And draw the knees into the chest. Let's rock up and down on the spine 5 times. I'm going to cross the ankles and switch that cross every time I come up. And balance on the sit bones. And go back down. Come up and balance. 3 more. Last one, we're going to hold. And balance. Maybe you even reach out for those big toes and come into kind of a balanced, happy baby here. Breathe. And come to a seated position. Sukhasana is fine. Again, you can use the props to lift your hips if you need to, or another upright seated pose that works best in your body. Shoulders over hips. Let's drop the chin to the chest, and we're going to swing the chin over to the right shoulder and then lift the gaze. Now drop the chin and swing the chin across the chest. Lift the gaze looking towards the left shoulder. Side to side. And then lift your gaze. Now drop your right ear to right shoulder. Push that left shoulder down like you have a big bowling ball hanging from your elbow. And come up. And the left ear to left shoulder. Your right shoulder really reach down. And bring the gaze back to neutral. Reach through the crown of the head like I'm pulling you up by that cord at the crown of the head. Keep that and drop the chin to the chest. And then lift the gaze. Let's do that 2 more times each way. Here's 1. And 2. And back to neutral. Shoulder circles. We'll try to start isolating the movement in the shoulders. I'm going forward, up, back and down. Now reverse the direction, go back and up, forward and down. Again, that awareness in the shoulder blades really helps me maximize the range of motion. It gives me kind of a focal point. Now take your left arm out to the side, swing it across the body. I'm gonna lay it in my right elbow, the crook of my right elbow. Just bring the fingertips to the forehead. Kind of bring that chin down as you bring that arm across. Second side, right arm across. Turn your right thumb down too. I think that kind of helps the stretch. And then release. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, push the air away, arms down. Let's do 3 more. Really vigorously. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale this time. Come down into goddess. We're going to twist through the spine, twisting through the right, to the right, I guess. And then inhale forward. Exhale, goddess, and twist to the left. One more time each side. We'll twist. Inhale. And twist on the exhale. Come over the knees to the table. Let's do some more movement in the spine. Cat, cow. You just find your way around the spine, kind of like we did with the thigh when we were on our back. Explore. See what you need to do to wake those muscles and joints up this morning. Remember, the movement lubricates the joints, hydrates the joints, keeps the joint spaces healthy and cushioned. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Another good opportunity to wake up and wiggle. And then come to stillness, plant the feet hip distance apart, bend the knees a lot, push through the hands, and let that action push the belly towards the thighs. Let your head hang and then shake it. Yes. And shake it. No. Let the head dangle, and then maybe you reach up on a big inhale, sit bones straight up and the heels straight down. Another chance to take inventory here. This is a completely different orientation to gravity than when we started. What are you noticing? Breathe into it. Shift your gaze forward. My necklace is in my mouth. And then step to the top of the mat. Big steps, little steps. You decide what you want today. As you arrive, feet under hips. Take your hands up here to your shins. Push back on the shins, lift halfway. Maybe a little wiggle here. Lengthen the spine. Remember, the spine includes the neck. Reach through the crown of the head. Push the shoulders down. And then exhale, fold forward. Keep your knees bent at first, and then work the hamstrings again. Maybe give him a little more stretch. Now, if you have a block, it could be handy. I'm going to bring that block underneath my nose. Take the left hand to the block. Take a little twist here. Right arm goes up. You can bend the left knee. Get a nice stretch all along the right leg. And unwind. Take the second side. Now my right hand's on the block. Left arm reaches up. Bend the right knee and work to straighten the left. Let's just go breath to breath here a couple times. One more each side. Now move the block out of the way, bend your knees a lot. Let those arms just hang. Let the head hang. Slowly come up one vertebrae at a time. Give each little bone a chance to move. Microphone wants to flip out of here. Then take a back bend. So let the arms hang back. Open the front chest. So shoulder blades are real close to the spine. Arms are very heavy and passive. The gaze is up. And then back to neutral. Do some more shoulder rolls here. Let's do one at a time, but we'll alternate. Forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Then get a little bigger. And a lot bigger. Now we're twisting a bit as we do the backstroke. Let's go the other way. Forward. Now we're swimming forward. And then swing the arms up. Where to the apple tree? Let's pick some apples. Bring the hands together. Exhale, draw the hands home to the heart. Can you feel that energy flowing? Everything's waking up. Inhale, swing your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Reach through the crown of the head to exhale. Come to plank. Drop your knees. Come to the belly. Keep those hands right by your armpits. Tuck the chin. We're going to lift up. Let's come right up into a high cobra. So all the way up, a little bend in the elbows. Come back down. Let's do two more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, tuck the toes, down dog. Look forward, step forward. Inhale, lift, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, swing your arms out and up. And exhale, the hands home to the heart. Let's do some more back stroking. And forward. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, back to plank. Drop the knees, come to the belly. 3, Cobra. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, down. Tuck the toes, down dog. Swing your right leg back and up. Now bend the knees, stack the hips. Now check your shoulders, unstack the shoulders. And with that right hip stacked, you can move the leg a bit. You can even kind of wiggle in and out of the stack. Now square the hips. We're going to round the shoulders and shifting forward, bring that right knee and touch the right elbow. Back up to 3-legged dog. Exhale forward. We're going to touch the right wrist, so way down there. Inhale, back up. Exhale forward, a little twist here. We'll take the right knee to the left elbow and back up. And come forward, right knee to left wrist and back up. Step the foot between the hands. Stay on the ball of the foot. Let's rise up in Crescent Lunge. Bend that back knee. Tuck the sit bones, tuck the tailbone, and then reach through the heel. Swing your arms up by your ears. Roll those little fingers in. Maybe lift the heart. I always like goddess arms here. And breathe. Feel the wobbles. On the next exhale, frame the foot, plank to the belly. 3 Cobra, inhale and exhale. 2 more. Tuck the toes, down dog. Lift the left leg back and up. 3-legged dog. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Check on the shoulders, unstack the shoulders. Then move a little through that leg or a lot. Now square the hips. We're going to shift forward on an exhale. Left knee to left elbow. Touch. Back up. 3-legged dog. Shift forward into a 3-legged plank. Left knee to left wrist. Touch. Back up. Shift forward. Left knee to right elbow. So that twist. Inhale, back up. Shift forward. Left knee to right wrist. Touch. Inhale up. Now we're going to step it forward, coming up into our Crescent Lunge. Set the hips up. Reach through the heel, and then from there, we'll find our back bend. Find goddess arms, open, lift. Shoulder blades close to the spine. Heart is open. Gaze is lifted. Nice extension through the spine. These back bends are invigorating. Wake you up for your Monday. Exhale, frame the foot. Plank. Come to the belly. Let's take a quick crocodile. Bend the knees and windshield wiper positions, left and right. Maybe even some circles. And then bring the legs together, tuck the toes, down dog. Step, hop, walk, jump, whatever. Let's come to the top of the mat. Lengthen, lift. Halfway, reach through the crown of the head. Send those sit bones and thigh bones back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, swing your arms out and up. And exhale, the hands home to the heart. Now bring your big toes together. We'll find Samastitihi. Big toes together. There can be a little gap between the knees. Coming into chair pose, I want you to drop the hips. Swing your arms up by your ears. Roll those little fingers towards each other. Maybe the hips can drop lower. Bring your hands to heart. Now shift your weight to your right leg. Come up on your left big toe. Baby bird. Now reach out long with that left leg. And then swing it back. We're going to come into our lunge again. So come on to the ball of the foot. And then lift your prayer. Decide what you want to do with your arms here. Breathe. Now let's take the hands back home to the heart. We're going to open to warrior two. So externally rotating that back foot. Feel the power of the warrior. Reach, expand in all directions. Let's take a peaceful warrior. And take that half bind or let that left arm slide down the leg. And back to warrior two. And we'll come back to our crescent lunge. So I'm going to pivot back to the ball of the foot as I swing that left arm forward and up. Fold forward, frame the foot. Plank. Do your little chaturanga, so halfway down, no more. Flip the feet. Now you're on the tops of the feet. Heart comes forward between the gate of the arms, upward facing dog. Cobra, baby cobra. Even child's pose is fine here. Tuck the toes, down dog. Walk, step, hop, run, jump, whatever you want to do. Get to the top of the mat. Bring your big toes to touch when you get here. Let's lift and lengthen halfway. And fold. Now drop your hips. Swing your arms up by your ears. We'll come up into chair. Hold. Hands to heart. Shift the weight to the left foot. Come up on the right big toe. Baby bird. Now reach out there. Long leg. And then back into a lunge. Lift your prayer. Place your arms. There's lots of options. Now hands back to heart. We're going to open to warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Feel the expansion here. Breathe. I'll take peaceful warrior. Back to warrior two. Drop the right arm, pivot on the right foot. Coming back to your crescent lunge. Frame the foot. Plank. Chaturanga, or come to the belly. And chaturanga, no more than halfway down. Flip the feet. Now swing the chest forward a bit as you drop the hips. I'm on the tops of my feet and my wrists, my hands. Tuck the toes. Down dog. Let's hold here for 5. Notice the flow. Notice the heat, the tapas. What else do you notice? A little perspiration. Heart rate's increased. Breath has increased. Three more. Now look between the hands. See if you can hop to the top. So bend the knees a lot. And maybe you just kind of wind it up a bit. 1, 2, 3. Hop. Step forward if you're like me, you never quite make it. Lift halfway. Keep the feet under the hips this time. Exhale, fold. Swing your arms out and up. And exhale, the hands home to the heart. Now bring your blocks in front of you if you have them. You may or may not need them. Place them on the highest setting. We're going to come back into chair pose. Big toes touch. I'm going to drop my hips, bend my knees. Toes stay in front of the knees, so the knees are behind the toes. Swing your arms up by your ears. Bring your hands to heart. Maybe you sink a little lower. Shift your weight to your right foot. Come up on your left big toe. Reach out with that leg. Now we're going to swing back and come into airplane pose. And those blocks are there. If you start to topple forward, you can reach for the blocks. See if you can keep the toes of the left foot pointed down and the heel pointed up. So hips are mostly square. Hands to heart. Try the arms up by the ears. Hands to heart, let's find our crescent lunge. Lift your prayer. Maybe goddess. Hands to heart. Vira 2, warrior 2. Peaceful. Warrior 2. Now let's come into triangle. So I'm going to straighten that right knee. Reach. Reach. And then the hand comes down. Block can be helpful here outside of that ankle. And then turn the heart to the left. Reach up with the left arm. You can look down at those right toes or look to your left, or maybe even up towards that up reaching hand up there, the left arm. I'll look down at your feet for stability. As you rise up, bend into that front knee again, warrior 2. Coming back to our crescent lunge. Whoa, watch me fall. Goodness, I need more than just blocks this morning. The crescent lunge, you've probably been there for 3 breaths now. And then find your plank. Maybe a chaturanga, maybe an up dog, or some back bend. Tuck the toes, down dog, find your way to the top of the mat, lift and lengthen halfway when you get here. Exhale, fold. Swing the arms out and up, and exhale the hands home to the heart. Let me fix my mat. So finding Samastitihi again, big toes together. Drop the hips. Swing the arms up by the ears. Hands to heart. Maybe sink a little lower in your chair. Tuck your tailbone, so scoop it under. Shift the weight to the left foot. Come up on the right big toe, baby bird. Reach out, straighten that leg. I'm pushing through the heel and then swinging it back. Coming into airplane. Remember, those blocks can be down there to help catch you if you're like me today, a little wobbly. Hands to heart. Try to reach. Push through that right heel, like trying to stomp on the wall behind you. Toes point down, heel points up. Maybe arms by ears. And then let's come to crescent lunge. Arms up. Open to goddess. Hands back to heart. We'll come into warrior 2. Reach. Take your peaceful. Warrior 2. Now come into triangle, straighten the front leg, and then reach. Stay long here. And then when you can't reach any further, float that hand down. And then open the chest to the right. Play with your gaze. Now look down towards the left foot for stability. Bend into that front knee. Come back to warrior two. We'll see how my lunge is on this side. Turn into the lunge. Had to do a little hop. Open. And then frame the foot. And find your way to your belly. Take a crocodile. Separate the legs. If it feels good to bend the knees in windshield wiper positions, feel free. Otherwise, let's take 5 good long breaths here just to let it all go. And then press into the floor with the balls of the feet in the hands. Downward facing dog. Make your way to the top of the mat. Lengthen and lift halfway. And fold. While we're here, let's lift the feet and tuck the hands. So now my toes are right on the palms of my hands, and I can massage my hands, massage my wrists. Knees are bent. Now release the hands and lasso your big toes with your peace sign fingers and lift and lengthen halfway from here. Release the toes, exhale, fold. Inhale, swing your arms out and up. Exhale, the hands home to the heart. Let's do a little more balance. Crush your fingers. I don't flop over. Let's shift the weight to the right leg. Lift the left knee. And hold. You can stay here or reach out and lasso the big toe. And see if you can work to straighten that leg. You can swing the leg to the left. And take the gaze to the right. Bring it forward. Release the toe. Cross so the little toes touch. Knees are bent a bit. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Fingertips find the floor, maybe the blocks. First, just notice the fold. Then once you've melted into the fold, walk your fingers to the right and take your hips back and to the left. Breathe. Now walk the fingers forward, undo the feet. Feet are hip distance now. Let's let the arms hang, head hang, and we'll roll up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale up. And exhale, hands to heart. Second side, shift the weight to the left. Lift the right knee, staff pose. Maybe you stay here or lasso your big toe. And work to straighten that leg. And maybe you open the leg to the right. And perhaps the gaze to the left. I think I'm going to keep my gaze forward this morning. I'm having a lopsided day. Now bring that leg forward. We're going to cross so pinky toes touch. Knees are bent. Fold. Surrender to the fold. Then walk the hands to the left and send your hips back and to the right. Walk the hands forward, uncross the feet, come to table. Let's take a child's pose. Wide knees for me today. Belly comes down, forehead comes down. And sink into this, let go. Two more breaths. And pressing back into table. Reach back with the right leg. Come on to the ball of the foot. Reach back with the left. Come on to the ball of the foot. Shift forward. Now lift just your right leg. Bend your knee and bring it forward and place it behind the right wrist. You can work that shin forward a little bit too, or a lot. I'm going to slide back through the left leg. I'm bringing you into pigeon. So settle in here. Let's keep the arms long. And then maybe you bend the left knee, bringing the heel towards the bottom. Take your right hand back there and see if you can find your ankle. It's a pretty intense stretch in the front of the left thigh. Breathe. Now let go, and maybe you walk the hands forward. Any amount, you can come down to the forearms. You can bring the blocks and bring the hands to the floor again. I'm going to shift over onto my right hip and then clear over onto my sit bone, swinging that left leg up. So I'm kind of at an angle on my mat. Coming into Usher Shasana. Sit nice and tall. Reach the arms up and then reach out there for the foot or the shin. You can cross the wrists. And feel the little bit of twist in this. So the right ribs are reaching towards the left knee. Breathe. Now inhale, come up. I'm going to turn my torso towards my right leg. Now the left leg will get long and that right hip wants to pull back. Let that happen. And then I'm going to fold over the right thigh. So kind of a modified pigeon here. And then work your way up. We're going to take left forearm to left shin, up and over with the right arm. And undo that. See if you can bring your hands here and swing your leg back. Come back into that pigeon. Fold forward here and see if you notice a difference in the right hip. Bring the hands to the floor. Step back and plank. Now we're going to lift the left leg. Bend the knee. Bring the knee to the base of the left arm, so down by the wrist. Now I slide way back there with the right foot, kind of doing the splits in the back. And hold here, kind of wiggle and settle into that left hip. And then if you feel like you have the space, bend the right knee. Reach back there with the left hand. Find your ankle. Keep the left shoulder open. So my left shoulder blade's coming towards my spine as I hang on to the right shin, right ankle. And release. I'm gonna fold forward. Almost forgot to do that. You find your place here. Your arms might even be extended and you're supporting yourself on your hands. Now shift your weight to your left sit bone as you swing your right leg around, getting ready for Usher Shasana. So now my chest is turned towards that right leg. Inhale, nice long spine, arms overhead. Exhale, reach out there, cross your wrists wherever your hands land, get a good grab. Now draw your left ribs towards your right knee. And inhale, come up. Now we're going to turn the torso towards the left thigh. So that right leg might want to get longer, left hip might want to pull back and fold forward here. Rise up. Right forearm to right shin, up and over with the left, reaching towards those toes. Try to keep your shoulders stacked. It's easy to let the top shoulder kind of drag and droop. Lift. Make this a side bend. And come back up. See if you can swing that right leg around. Coming back into your pigeon. Maybe you're a little deeper this time. Try your forward fold. And come back up. Let's work our way to our back. And draw the knees into the chest. Hips should be nice and open now. And just feel that. Maybe compare now to when we started. And then let's try a happy baby. Big toes, grab them. Draw those knees down. And then move. Feel that freedom in the hips and in the legs. And come to stillness. Settle into your happy baby. And bring the soles of the feet together. Take your ankles. A reclined, bound angle pose. Now push the forearms into the inner thighs. Open the knees up some more, pulling the ankles towards you. Now release and let the little toe edge of the feet float down to the mat. Take your hands behind your head. Cup the back of your head into your hands, into the palm of your hands. Now this is a really good shape for me, so you decide. A relaxation, if this feels like a nice relaxing pose. If not, find a place for your body to rest. Come to stillness. Notice the breath. Notice the freedom of energy flowing through the body. Ready for whatever this week throws at you, huh? Now, if you're in this shape with me, lift the head. Reach down there and take the fingertips to the outside of the thighs and help the knees come back together. Maybe do a little more movement in the hips and thighs, but find your way to a seated position in whatever way you feel like this morning. I'm just going to rock to the top. Pause and notice. Notice the physical sensations in the body. Notice maybe the energy. How do you feel energetically? There's no wrong answer. Let's bring our hands together in Anjali Mudra. May you have peaceful thoughts, peaceful words, a peaceful heart, and a peaceful world. Namaste. Have a great week. Wednesday, 7 a.m., Tone and Strength. Friday, 7 a.m., another yoga class. I'll see ya. Thanks for joining me.